I know you wrote an article about Justin Hardee. That's a young guy from Glenville coming home, really a special teams standout in his career. Take us through that article, what you found out, and tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I think for me, the handful of big takeaways I've come out with are number one, Justin Hardee might be coming home at the perfect time. A big part of it has to do with these new kickoff rules. The play will not begin until returners have the ball. And Justin Hardee is a Pro Bowl gunner. And for fans who might not be familiar with the terminology, the gunner on coverage teams is the guy who's just sprinting down the sideline trying to take a returner's head off, so to speak. So when you can't move as the gunner until the play starts, speed becomes very important. And that's something Justin Hardee has always had. And as you mentioned, Dave, he's from Glenville. He grew up 12 minutes away from Cleveland Browns Stadium. He said it was just a straight shot down St. Clair for him to get there. The stadium helped fuel his football dreams. And I think I also uncovered he's very close with all of the people here, his family, the Gins, of course, who have been instrumental in his football career. And Ted Ginn Jr. gave me a great quote that ended up being a headline of the story. Justin Hardee's somebody who's been taking on double teams his whole life, and talking to him and talking to others who know him, you start to realize this guy manufactured a career for himself despite never being the top option at any of his stops. And that included Glenville. He was trying to be a receiver or a cornerback, but at that time on those Glenville teams, he had to compete with guys like Marshawn Lattimore and Shane Wynn. He was never at the top of Ted Ginn Sr.'s depth chart, but he knew his speed was special. He kept encouraging him to look at this special teams role. He goes on to Illinois. He earns 3 degrees while he's there, all while dealing with the death of his mother. He signs as an undrafted free agent to the Houston Texans in 2017. And when they cut him, the Saints end up picking him up because he did so well in that preseason game on coverage going up against his old friend Ted Ginn Jr. So those guys got to play together in New Orleans for a couple of years. But overall, my big takeaway is he had to grind to get here. He, of course, became a Pro Bowler with the Jets. He recovered the onside kick in that infamous 2022 Jets win over the Browns that started their run. So he's going to play hard. I do think that double teams analogy is very appropriate for him, for his life, for how he's viewed his career. And I think he's going to be a great guy in this Browns locker room.